All right, welcome to an episode of Unsolicited Advice with Phil. I'm your host. This is going to be a two-part series. In this first part, we're going to talk about some of the things I've learned along my journey in 39 years, some things that have helped me, and hopefully it can help you too. Some of these colloquial or kind of germane nuggets of advice you might find kind of elementary, or things that you might tell your kids, and that's exactly right, because I tell my kids a lot of these same things and teach them a lot of these same principles. So without further ado, I'm Phil. Like I said, I'm from Chicago originally, the youngest of five, single mom, all that jazz. Been in the Navy over 20 years now, and I found some success there, and I'm going to talk about some of the things I've learned, and hopefully I can pass on some of the knowledge that I've garnered throughout my experience in the military, and some of the lessons learned. Hopefully it helps some of the kids out there that need a little bit of guidance, or just someone to tell them, hey, this is what I've experienced, this is what I've found to be useful and successful, and hopefully you can apply some of those concepts. But for professional and personal development and growth, I think that one of the most important things you can do is to have a dream, and also have that dream connected to goals that are also corollary to plans, or a plan, and that plan should be connected to steps that need to be accomplished along the way. If you don't do these things, that dream will always just be a dream, and I really believe that. So let's not let our dreams die in the vine, if you will. So set goals. You should plan them out and list them out in terms of 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years, and assign suspenses to those. Don't just write them down and never look at them again. Hold yourself accountable. Learn to fail without failing to learn. I think that's really important. Find something that you're not good at, that you want to become good at. I don't care what it is, and then don't quit, and learn from your failing, and learn from taking those L's, and fail forward. I think that's really important. It's part of growth and being accountable to yourself. Be consistently persistent. That just means press on and don't quit. And be better than you were yesterday. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, or your life to anybody else's life. You're competing against yourself, the person in the mirror, and be the best version of that person. And guess what? If you can do that and you improve incrementally every single day, eventually your goals and steps and plans are all going to amount to attaining and achieving not just success, but fulfillment, which is even more worthwhile than just simply success, because success is measured in terms of monetary or fiscal, where fulfillment is getting at the deeper root of what truly makes you happy. Fail, learn, grow, and accomplish, and put that on repeat cycle. Associate with people that have positivity and bring that positive energy. It's more than just associating with quote-unquote winners, but people that are going to lift you up and be something of a forcing function in your life, where they're going to push you to be the best version of yourself. I always say to my daughter, show me the 5 people you hang around with most, and I'll show you your future. So build your network. Do what you say. Try to give back. Know your worth, and cut the people out who don't know your worth. Sometimes that can be really hard. Sometimes that's only members of your own family, close friends that you've had for years, that have just been stagnant, and that crap on your dreams, or you try to say you're gonna get after something, and they don't have anything but words of discouragement. Cut those people out. Think opportunistically. Definitely think before you post. Avoid doing things that have second or third order effects that you will never be able to escape. Something that's indefinitely going to be there. And I go right back to thinking before you post. It's really important. Have mentors. You can learn a lot from someone who's older than you and who's been through a lot in life. I know I've had many mentors, and I still have those same mentors in my life, and I continue to learn from them, and they pass on their wisdom to me, and I'm very grateful for those folks. So if you're watching this, thank you, and I mean that. Learn from other people's mistakes. It drives me nuts when I hear people say I have to learn from my mistakes. I can't always, I can't look at somebody else and get anything out of their mistakes and seeing what happened to them. And I think that that's the wrong mentality. I think that in some instances that may be true, but I think you can learn a lot from other folks going down different paths that you might want to avoid, and definitely some of the things that they do and what you don't want to do. I think it's all there, and it's on the wall in writing, and you can really learn from that. Guard your credit score like a hawk. Part and parcel with ensuring you're doing what you're saying and paying back the loans that you take out. And lastly, I'll say don't be in a hurry to marry up. When you're in your 20s and 30s, you should be grinding. I'm not saying this is true for every person or in every instance, but I think it is important to, before you start having kids and settling down, I do think it's important to kind of have your career established, or have an understanding of what you want to do at least, and have some real progress towards having that career or job or having that tenure, so that way you have the money that you need, because guess what, kids, they're very expensive. My daycare was $1,200 a month. That's a mortgage for some folks. So not cheap. Kids aren't cheap. This is part one of a two-part series. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about the military, what I've learned, the opportunities that exist within the military, and how you can take advantage of those by being opportunistic, and all the things that the military can offer. Before I sign off here, I think the military is hands down the best decision for most kids coming out of high school, and I do mean that, and I'm gonna tell you why. So stay tuned. Take care.